Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Hope you're doing great this morning. Thanks again, as always, for being here. It gives me such a very positive feeling to know that I'm sitting here talking to you and you're out there in the world. 150 countries. We've got women just sitting having a cup of tea with me and, just getting on with this time of our lives, this amazing time. There's so much potential. And one of the things, of course, we have to do is to keep healthy and well. So I hope you've got something good planned for today, some exercise, some walking. And I'm first of all starting my day, as I always do, with a cup of tea. I'm drinking green tea this morning. It's a very simple green tea. I like green. It's got so many varieties these days. You go to the tea shop and it's like, God, it's a candy store. But I've got my cup of green tea and hope that you've got something good for you too. Maybe you've made a smoothie or juice, something healthy and energizing. Now, I wanted to talk to you today, though, about something that's really, really important for living this life that we've promised ourselves in our 60s. And, I'm on this journey with you guys, too. And many of you have heard about my very infamous accident I had in Paris a few years ago, just before I started 60 and Me, actually, when I fell and hurt myself and, just realized how I was turning into a little old lady and that I needed to do something, in quotes, that is, by the way, all the stereotypes. And I decided it was time to get healthy and well. So I embarked on this new phase of my life. And one of the things was to keep moving. And actually, it reminds me of a beautiful deck of cards, which this has reminded me this morning about this whole idea. Our deck of inspirational cards. It's a series of 46 cards. If you haven't seen or heard about it, check it out. The link will be below. They each have a thought or a topic that we think is of interest to you guys. And on the back is a paragraph, a statement that I've written to kind of reinforce that message. And the one I picked up this morning was keep moving. So I thought I'd chat about that theme with you, and it's just really so important. Now, one of our bloggers, Claudine Ahern, wrote this article about how to walk, how to do it properly. And this article is super helpful. I would advise you to go read it because I'm going to summarize it briefly, but I think you will learn a lot from it. And as I started doing this conversation this morning, I checked online as to how many miles on average a woman in her 60s or 70s will walk in her life. These little feet and these little legs of ours are just working overtime. It turns out that the average person walks maybe about 7,000 steps a day. We all try for 10,000, but that's about 6 or 7,000. And if you did that until you were 80 years old, you will have walked about around the earth around 4 times. I think it's like 120,000 steps, or no steps. It's a lot. It's literally enough to walk around the earth 4 or 5 times. So our little feet and our legs and our whole body, in fact, has really held us up all this time. And as we get older, things do start to change. We know this. We know this very, very well. And so now, Claudine says, we used to walk around, head up in the sky, looking at things, checking out buildings, checking out people, and always looking ahead of us, but never looking down. And now we're very cautious. We tend to walk with a cautious step. Sometimes it's because you had an accident like I did, where you were just not paying attention and your shoe gets caught in cobblestones and off you go. Or it's something that you've had a mobility issue, some health concern, and you just have to now be careful about how you walk. And of course, staying healthy and well, being able to walk properly is so critical to just enjoying life, just enjoying things around us. So the first thing that Claudine talks about is one that I actually remind myself every day when I sit here and talk to you, and that is posture. Just to sit straight and walk straight. When we get older, Claudine, knows these things. This is her business. She actually, has at a trend that people tend to stoop. You tend to stoop, just almost by kind of definition of an aging body, and bending forward like that, moving forward and stooping. Gravity is affected. So in fact, it's easier to fall when you're walking in a stooped position than if you were walking with your head up, your chin up, and your back, your shoulders back, and walking straight, not stooped. That's the first thing. So what is good posture? So Claudine is, she gives a great example of what is good posture. Basically, just imagine that you've got a string coming up through your head, the back of your head, and it's holding you up. It's like this, the difference between this and this. It's so obvious. But anyway, sitting up straight, bringing your shoulders back, it allows you to take deeper breaths. So we can actually move forward with our lungs full of air. And as she says, don't worry about perfection. I mean, we're not trying to be, perfect here. We're just trying to pay attention and do it in a way that we can walk without stooping, walk straight up. Posture is important. The next thing she talks about, which is, I've actually started doing it since I read this article, and it's so true that we forget the heel to toe motion when we walk. Starting with the heel and then rolling forward onto the ball of the foot and then up again. Heel first, and then, don't make this obvious, like you're tripping yourself, just trying to press your heels down. But Claudine actually is on her website. You can get the details. She's got some videos and some pictures and things you can actually look at to get the idea of what's important here. So need to relearn that heel to toe action. I'm just reading just to make sure that I'm giving you the right instructions, but read the article. It's basically starting with the heel of your foot, moving through the ball and up your toes, back onto the heel. It's kind of a rocking movement, but it forces you to stand straight. I've noticed this myself. So the demo of this heel to toe movement is on her website again. So go and check that out. Don't try to do it on your own without looking. It's really important that you do it properly. But that gives you stability, and and if you do hit a cobblestone or a little crack in the pavement, you'll have more of a balance to save yourself and to protect yourself from falling. That's the most important thing. Another thing to do is make sure your ankles are not stiff, that you do some exercises, just those rolling exercises or something to keep your ankles nice and sturdy. Yoga is great for this. If you haven't checked out our yoga videos, I really recommend you do this. We put 2 videos together with a fabulous teacher, Kat Kabira. This was about 4 years ago now. So these DVDs have been available for some time. They're really, really good. There's one on gentle yoga, which is just gentle movements, if you don't want to get into the heavy movement. And then the other one is chair yoga. And I've actually done both of them, and the chair yoga is very good for these kind of ankle movements. Kat does some really good exercises on how to strengthen your ankles. Now, the third tip that Claudine gives, which I want to mention, is swinging your arms. And when you walk, if you swing your arms or even have sticks, the Nordic sticks, it actually takes the pressure off your legs, and you can move back and forwards by swinging your arms. And it's actually good for your arms too. So it makes your walking more efficient and takes that extra weight off your legs. I think it's really, really important. So I think the 3 tips, walk straight, posture. Imagine you've got the string holding you up, pulling you upward. Roll your feet, heel to toe, and swing your arms. Those are the 3 things that Claudine says you can do. So I hope this is helpful, because we all know that walking is good for us. Sometimes it's the only thing that people love to do. I don't like the gym particularly. Maybe you don't either, but I do walk a lot. And I'm trying these techniques because I want my walking to be efficient. And I want to do 6 times around the earth. It's an amazing number. Anyway, I do hope this has been useful. Check out our deck of cards. The Keep Moving one is really cool. It says, movement is essential for life. It helps you, keeps you safe, protects your body from damage, sharpens your mind, and keeps you social. So don't slow down. Walk, run, hike, and play. These are really great. I've used them every day now for months, and I find it so useful to focus on one aspect of my life. But this is one, honestly, that we all need to look at. So thanks again for being here, everybody. Hope that you're doing well. Go out and walk properly with your head held high today. And I'll be back to see you really, really soon. We'll keep having our conversations, and I do appreciate you being here. So tell us, what do you do when walking? Do you feel you have to concentrate more now when you're walking? And if you do, are there any techniques that you want to share that help you be safe, not from falling when you're walking out there in the world? Hope it's useful to you. Please take care of yourselves. Have a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.